What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Shiba Inu's price is starting to give us some good signs, people, things that I like to see, and I want to share them all with you today. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade, of course, a little Shiba Inu yourself on up to 50x leverage and many other cryptos on up to 500x leverage, although I highly recommend you don't go all the way up to 500x leverage, go check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, when you check out that BTCC link, you're going to get a 10% bonus on first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit $2,000, they're going to give you $200 on the spot to start trading with completely for free. And if you turn that into, say, $600, all that profit you made is completely yours, no strings attached. This is a crazy, ridiculously good deal, one of the best I've gotten since 2021, and I trade on BTCC about 50% of the time. So do go check that out down below and let me know what you think. Now, looking at Shiba Inu, okay, what we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks has quite simply been the fact that we are doing what's called a macro backtest. I've told you all so many times about the fact that we of course saw SHIB's price break through the bottom side, or break through the top side of this descending channel, create this inverse head and shoulders, break above that inverse head and shoulders, and I told you what it's doing right now. Although it feels boring, although it feels not exciting, it is extremely important. If Shiba Inu's price is not only going to just break out to our breakout zone, but even surpass it towards that all-time high, it is going to need a foundation. It's simple as that. What you need to see, if you really want to see a crypto gain that real momentum, what you need to see is that solid background. You need that solid sideways movement, consolidation, that liquidity, that foundation, right? And it's not even just meme coins. It goes all the way up to Bitcoin. You look at Bitcoin, right? And you might think, well, Bitcoin just took off. No, Bitcoin put in all of this consolidation, all of this sideways movement to be able to build up the foundation needed to get up to these levels. And so whenever I'm looking at SHIB, again, I know it gets boring and I know it gets annoying. This is very important. And so what we're going to talk a little bit more specifically on today is some of the signs and the bullish signs that I am seeing from this move that we've made over the last 24 to 48 hours, what it could mean, what I'm doing, and much more. And don't worry, guys, if at any given point this video sounds extremely complicated or confusing, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can join the Discord, which you can find a 30-minute beginner's class, which comes with a 17-page presentation and a bunch of little Tyler's Tips videos, in which there's 4 of them currently on different small specific things that'll help you get started in crypto. So if you are a little bit new and you get a little confused, just stick around to the end of the video. I have that for you. And if you're an advanced trader, I have a big announcement for you, so I need you to hear it and stick around towards the end. So going forward here on Pepe, what we can see is that it's pretty much in the same position that we were in the last video. In the last video, we were venturing right back down towards the zone, and I told you, hey, if it falls back in this green box, I am going to be doing a little bit of buying. That is my current strategy. I do believe that we will see SHIB see a successful back test, and what that means is that between where we are and around this 2025 level, I do expect SHIB's price to be able to hold support and try to use that to continue upwards. And so my current game plan is I'll be buying a little bit in this little whiter-ish box. I'll be buying a little bit more if we go to this medium green box, and I'll be buying a lot more if we go into this dark green box, just because, again, I have conviction that we're going to see SHIB's price hold up some support in or around this area and then try to use it to continue upwards eventually. Now, looking at what's been happening over the last few days, I am starting to get some early signs that I very well may be correct on this. I very well may be correct. One of the biggest things I'm looking at is the fact that every single time the SHIB's price comes down into this green zone, we start to see the indicators reset. I mean, look at your 4-hour MACD. The moment we hit this zone, we started to see your MACD start to converge. Your moving average started to converge. And typically speaking, whenever you're in the negative zone, so below zero zone, and you see that blue line go straight up through that orange line, it means that you're going back towards bullish momentum, and you might see this thing try to push upwards. Very similarly to what we did like right here, right? Whenever we were right here, we saw that happen, and bam, we pushed towards the upside. And so from a 4-hour MACD perspective, things are looking very good. If I look at something like the 4-hour RSI, what you can see here, this thing is completely resetting. You remember I told you the reason why these cooldowns and pullbacks are so important is because it allows your indicators to reset, which opens up the opportunity to be able to make the move upwards that we're looking for. Well, I want you to look what's happening now. You look at your 4-hour RSI and look how this thing is resetting, consistently putting in these lower lows over and over and over again, now sitting, pretty firmly below that 50% threshold. And so what we're seeing is that although the price itself is staying sideways, if not casually trending upwards, the actual 4-hour RSI over time has been trending downwards, and that means that we're resetting and opening up all of this opportunity to the upside for SHIB's price to eventually try to make that move upwards. So from an RSI perspective, from a MACD perspective, things are looking good. From a daily RSI perspective, we're actually seeing signs of bullish divergence. What that looks like is the daily RSI putting in lower lows while the actual RSI itself is putting in higher lows. This is typically a sign that you're getting a good reset, a good cool down, and you will more often than not see this thing bounce to the upside as a result of this. And the craziest part is, we're seeing all of this happen in my first DCA zone. This isn't DCA zone 2 or 3. This is DCA zone 1. And so if we do come lower, imagine the support that would be trying to be held there, and really imagine the support that would be in the green box here. The darker the box is, the better the support and the bigger the purchases I do. So think about the fact that we're getting all this support on just this tiny first box. That's a very good sign, guys. And so overall, with what we are seeing, again, I know it feels boring, but when in these moments we get these pumps off this level, you have to recognize the significance and the importance and realize that it's opening the door so that eventually we can try to see SHIB's price break upwards. Now, again, does it mean that SHIB's immediately just going to go gigasyn mode this way? No, it might come back down. We might try to put in the more macro ABC correction to the downside. We might see something like that happen. It could come back down to this 2 level, but I am still getting more and more confident that we will see over time and try to use this support to break to the upside, and that's what I'm going to continue to update you guys on here every single day for the most part here on the channel. I've been uploading SHIB content 5 or 6 times a week, and we're going to continue to do that. Now, as I mentioned before, if you are newer and you're trying to elevate your game in crypto, I'd like you to go check out the link down below. Now, what it is going to take you to is the Patreon, and you're going to see 2 options: general membership and a premium membership. When you sign up for a general membership, which is what I would probably recommend to like newer guys, unless you're really trying to elevate your game, and the reason why I say that is because when you join the general membership, you're going to get insights with Tyler, which are going to be my thoughts and insights on things, sometimes the things that I'm buying and selling and the moves I'm making in my portfolio. For example, I sent them a 7-minute message going over how I'm going to be buying in the bull market. You're going to get daily technical analysis reports to learn from and study from. Same thing for these fundamental analysis reports. You're also going to get access to, as I mentioned before, the beginners courses. I have this one, and I have 4 more that are going to release on fundamental analysis, leverage trading, meme coin investing, and altcoin investing. And you're going to get access to Tyler's tips, which is like a little mini series in which I release 2 to 3 minute long videos going over specific things, such as setting up my Fibonacci's, 6 important websites you can use, a tour around TradingView, creating and tracking parallel channels, just things like this. So that's all available for you for $5 a month. That's a great place to start. If you are more advanced, I would recommend you go down the premium membership route because you're going to get access to all of that, but on top of that, you're going to get premium classes and lessons, which are a lot more detailed and specific. On top of that, you're going to get daily, or not daily, but you're going to get these Q&A sessions between myself and premium members, and you're going to get access to the professional traders that we did hire in to give their buys, sells, and trade signals and things like that. So this one's a lot more premium. For example, we just released a premium class, which are our 5 keys to bull market investing. It's like a 20-30 minute video going over all of our little secrets and hacks to how we invest during the bull market. So go check that out down below. Let me know what you think. And for those of you who are advanced, don't forget, you can check out that BTCC link down below if you do want to get to training and get that 10% bonus. But overall, as I mentioned before, what we are seeing from SHIB is a good thing. Although people will try to convince you that SHIB's dead and it's boring, I highly disagree. And I do believe what we're seeing here is putting it in a good spot to try to continue eventually. So as I mentioned before, I'll continue to update you as this all does play out. If you do enjoy the content, remember, I got 4 or 5 videos dropping every single day. I got like 3 or 4 more just today. So do turn on those notifications when you subscribe so you never miss one. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.